We just picked up this Woodland Mills hm126 sawmill. Bought it right from the store there. When we went and picked it up, got to walk around. It looked pretty cool. Their new shop there. For the price, it looks like an absolutely great mill. We just finished getting it set up, and I'm going to start cutting here in a bit. A couple things that wasn't super nice, but it's just is what it is, I guess. There was some wear just from packaging on it, a couple different spots, and a few spots where the paint's just where there shouldn't be paint, and there's not paint where there should be, and that's okay. It'll get beat up on its own eventually anyway. Probably the only stupid design that I could see was the clamp for their water tube. Just where the bolt was just a pain in the ass to put in. Everything else really looks quite good. I don't know what's going on with the scales. Maybe I don't know how to run a mill, or they don't know how to make scales, but I can't quite understand it, because they have two different scales. So there's like a standard inch scale that's actually 1 inch. That one's 1 1/8 at the cut line, so it factors the blade in. It cuts 1 1/8. The one I have on there is that's 1 inch factored in with the blade, and that's 2 inch factored in with the blade. So I can't understand why they didn't come up with something that you could put both on at once. Because if I'm going to be cutting, let's say 1x6s, I'm going to have to change scales in the middle of the log, and it doesn't even make any sense. So maybe I don't know what I'm talking about, maybe I do, but we'll see how it goes. I'm thinking I'm going to have to just find a different scale, or add something to put both of them together. Now what we did, other than that, what we did for the tracks is just stuck some cinder blocks in the ground. I leveled out those blocks and just put that down for now. I am going to add just some cross pieces and screw them in just for some extra stability. The tracks are very well made. It was a little bit weird on getting all the stops set, because these are never going to be perfectly square the way that you have it done. It's not a very tight fit, and you're never going to have the log, or I guess you can't once it's squared up perfectly straight on two of them. There's always going to be a bit of a kink. That's a little strange. And I really like the log holder, whatever, but this is going to get really annoying because I know that's going to rattle around, so I may have to fix that. Just tack it in or come up with something like that. What else? We had almost everything. It was actually really good. So we got the standard saw with the 14 horsepower, which I think you need the 14 for the motor. I think that's a really good option if you're looking at it. For the 500 bucks extra, I think it's well worth it. I find it weird that they don't have a option for electric start. I think that would be a really big upgrade for them. If and when this motor wears out, we may look at something with a starter and we can throw a battery on it. So we got that, and then I got the extension track too. If I wanted to do anything over 8 feet, you pretty much have to have it, and I'm planning to cut some 12s, so that was a big advantage. So somewhere in there, we're missing two bolts. So it came either on the main saw or the track extension. I'm missing 2 bolts, 2 of these ones here. Don't know where they went. Either we threw them out in the driveway and they got buried, which I doubt, but probably they just shipped them without 2, and 1 washer. One of these washers right there, just that one. So we're missing 1 single washer and 2 bolts. Not bad. I got a couple extra nuts, I think, out of it too, that just got thrown in for whatever reason. So that's pretty good. We're gonna cut few sticks of wood, see what it works out like. I'll show you guys that, and then I'll go from there.